Good morning. Today is Thursday, the 7th of October. I'm very fortunate that we live in a house where our bedroom window faces southeast, so it always gets the morning light. The first thing that I do when I get out of bed is to open a gap in the curtains and look at the sky to see whether it is, or looks as if it's going to be, a sunny day. Then, if it's not a day when I need to be up early, I make a cup of tea, take it back to bed and enjoy drinking it whilst also drinking in the scenery visible through the window. This varies tremendously from day to day. Sometimes I can see the hills beyond Skipton and can make out where the A65 climbs up on the way to Addingham and Ilkley. Sometimes I can only see the trees at the far side of the field, or maybe not even those if the ground is blanketed in thick mist. The mist might be blocking everything from view, or just hanging in the valleys, and then the hilltops and sky are clear to be seen. When the sky is cloudy, this cloud can be high and thin, or thick and grey. This too alters the views of the hills and changes the skyline. The true skyline has masts on top, but there are times when there is a house that seems to sit on the topmost hill, an illusion caused by the cloud being down on the further, higher hill, highlighting that there is a valley between the two. I can't tell this when the cloud is high or the sky is blue. At night, the light of the sun is no longer visible, except when the moon rises in the darkness and reflects the sun's light. And yet, however we experience the light of the sun, we know that the sun continues to shine. We only need to go up above the clouds in a plane to know the truth of this, or even sometimes to climb a mountain when the valleys are filled with mist and we can emerge on a sunlit mountain top. These observations got me thinking about how we can see parallels in our awareness and understanding of God. At times we can feel very sure of God's presence with us. This may be when things are going well for us, or it may be in times of particular need, when our sense of well-being is at odds with our actual situation. These are times that are like the clear sunrises that I see from my window. But there also are times when God seems far away, or we may even question his very existence. This can also happen in times of difficulty, but it can be when things in our daily lives are apparently going well, and yet we experience a gap and are aware that there is something missing. These are like the times when the sun is veiled in cloud, or it is as dark as night. There are many places in the Bible where God is described as light, and we are reassured that even in darkness the light is there and will break through. We are not out of God's presence, even if he feels remote. In Psalm 112 there are these words: "Sunrise breaks through the darkness for God-aware people, God's grace and mercy and justice." Remember as you hear these words that because of God's grace and mercy, this experience is available to everyone. And in John 1 we read, "The light shines in darkness, and the darkness can never extinguish it." Familiar words from our Christmas readings. So even when God seems distant, we need to trust that he is near. We need to remember that in darkness what we know to be true, in the light. I want to finish with some words that were first used in the 16th century in the Sarum Primer, a book of prayers, which remind us that we need to know God through all of our being not just feel his presence. We use them as our prayer. God, be in my head and in my understanding. God, be in my eyes and in my looking. God, be in my mouth and in my speaking. God, be in my heart and in my thinking. God, be at my end and at my departing. Amen.